XB1M13, that was the YouTube tag for a recent campaign between Machinima and Microsoft promoting the Xbox One that seems to have now gotten them in trouble. It looks like they were caught paying for positive mentions in videos from trusted YouTube personalities and keeping it all a secret. This broke over the weekend from Ars Technica and NeoGAF forums, in which one of the purported secret letters was leaked. Machinima partners had to post a video of at least 30 seconds or more of gameplay from the Xbox One, and they needed to mention the Xbox One by name and include the tag XB1M13. That all seems pretty standard. But they also revealed that there were some clauses that were asked to be kept secret, including video creators may not say anything negative or disparaging about Machinima, Xbox One, or any of its games. And they must keep the details of the promotional agreement confidential in order to qualify for payment. In other words, you get the money, but only if you speak positively and don't tell anyone that you are in any way coerced into speaking positively on the Xbox One. Now, even more recently, Machinima and Microsoft released a joint statement saying this partnership between Machinima and Microsoft was a typical marketing partnership to promote Xbox One in December. And I think I can tell you it's not typical. A typical partnership would be more like you can give away something or you can have something, but only if you say that you received it because of this, because you did this for this company. For instance, I recently did a video in which I gave away a copy of a Marvel movie after I reviewed it, and I wasn't necessarily positive in my review. That was not paid for. That's actually a very standard thing, and Marvel was good sports about it, and they still sent out the thing. They sent out the prize pack, and they would have done that whether I had said something good or something bad about the movie. But this is slightly different and in no way a standard agreement, though I don't know what is actually standard for Microsoft and Machinima, but editorial-wise, across the industry, that is not standard. Secondly, it said the Xbox team does not review any specific content or provide feedback on content. Sure. Any confidentiality provisions, terms, or other guidelines are standard documents provided by Machinima. For clarity, confidentiality relates to the agreements themselves, not the existence of the promotion. That does make sense because Machinima UK had tweeted about this promotion earlier that you can earn $3 CPM, essentially $3 extra per 1,000 views if you had done this, so that is actually true. But the other part where they said you cannot mention that you were in any way paid to mention or not disparage Microsoft, i.e. be positive about Microsoft, was actually kept secret according to those documents, so I'm not really sure what the validity of this statement is at all. And it might not actually even be legal. According to the FTC, this kind of thing needs to be fully disclosed. They gave out an example that if a blogger were to get a free console, he would have to mention in his blog that he had gotten this free console from this company and been pretty much fully disclosing everything related to it. So essentially this does not fit in with that, and it's also kind of, besides legally murky, it's kind of ethically murky. I mean, in the editorial world, we do have certain standards. This would not be okay by journalistic standards, though you could argue that not everybody goes by journalistic standards and that the Machinima community does not have to abide by those standards because they're essentially people, normal people that you can kind of trust, and that's the worst part of it. One of the main appeals about YouTubers is that you feel like they're not bought. They're giving you their honest opinion. They're just like you. They could be you. And then this kind of negates the whole thing and kind of makes the whole industry kind of in a cloud of distrust now. I don't know if this has happened before because Machinima and Microsoft did actually have a very similar CPM promotion in November with the launch of the Xbox One. It probably has happened before from some industry or some company in the industry, and it will probably happen again. But now that everybody knows about it, it might not be so good for the community at large. What do you think this means, and what do you gain from the story? And do you think this has and will happen again? Please let me know in the comments, and please be sure to subscribe.